El elden, yürek yürekten üstündür. Benim elim sende, senin yüreğin kimde? Canını mı acıtıyor yoluma ektiğin dikenler? Güller serpmiştim oysa ben, sen gelirsin diye. Elden, yürek yürekten üstündür. Benim elim sende, senin yüreğin kimde? Canını acıtıyor yoluma ektiğin dikenler. Güller serpmiştim oysa ben, sen gelirsin diye. Elden, yürek
yürekten üstündür. Benim elim sende, senin yüreğin kimde? Canını mı acıtıyor yoluma ektiğin dikenler? Güller serpmiştim oysa ben, sen gelirsin diye.
Talking loud in the nighttime air. Voices clash, we get down and care. Opinions flare like they matter so. But who's right, we'll never know. Microphones like weapons drawn. Swagger in the twilight dawn. Each word iron, each thought steel. To be heard is the real in this foggy light. Battle hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd, and just to erupt so loud. Unity in discord's tide. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's rage. We're offended till offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. We say. We say. We say. Voice we say. Voice we say.
And I'm muted. I'm off to a great start. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. I'm Kim. And I'm Kim. Yes. So it's just me today, solo mishing it. Tyler is on the road saving the world one truckload at a time. So you're stuck with me. I do have some things to go over with you guys today, some of the craziness going on in the world. And thank you for clicking on that button. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below. And thank you for sitting with me today. See, I messed up my whole intro. Anyway, it's weird when I'm by myself. But anyway, I digress. So today we are going to be talking about a UK woman who got arrested for saying an F word. Yeah, and could potentially face up to 10 years in prison. We are definitely going to be taking a look at it way over on the other side of the pond today, because there's a lot of craziness that seems to be going on over there. So we're going to take a look there, and we're also going to talk a little bit about, I think Candace Owens has lost her bloody marbles. Before we do, kick it, Leo.
They don't produce anything. They don't do anything.
I don't sleep when our beds are burning. How can we dance when our earth is turning?
Hi, I'm back. Did you miss me? All right, so you're going to have to bear with me today, because normally I'm doing all the behind the scenes things, pulling things up while Tyler is talking, and now you just got me. So I might be a little sloppy, so I apologize, but thank you for hanging in there. Okay, so first we will get into this story from the UK about this woman. So there was an interview that Piers Morgan had done, and we're gonna watch it together, shall we? We're gonna watch it together and see what kind of craziness is going on there. Okay, he's ready for this one. It's a little mad. Anyway, let's get into it.
Just first of all, just to clear up exactly what happened to you, explain to me and the viewers what went down.
Yes, please.
I was
explain.
assaulted by a male acquaintance, and
Physically or sexually?
physically.
Physically.
It wasn't my ex-partner. It was a friend,
Okay.
like a group of friends. The female acquaintance that basically, she basically was getting jealous over me because she started seeing my ex-partner.
Mm.
So she was trying to cause trouble for me, which ended up resulting in me getting attacked.
Catty bitches.
After that, obviously, I went to the hospital and I sent her messages and pictures of me injuries, just to prove like what basically what she'd caused. And obviously, I was very upset at the time. I'd had a like inflammation on my brain. I had a skull fracture, which made me not really feel like myself at the time. I was very upset and I was very like angry with what had happened to me, which made me like say messages that I really wouldn't have said.
So you sent her a load of messages. I mean, would you categorize them as abusive, highly abusive?
It was more just to pointing to the fact that what had happened to me. I only just sent her pictures of my injuries, and obviously said like, why would you cause this much trouble for me and stuff, and make up lies, and like which now resulted in me being attacked.
And she then reported you
yeah.
for what she said were harassing messages.
Yeah, it was a 5-minute period of time when I just.
How did you feel when the police contacted you?
Well, I was shocked. I didn't expect that. I mean,
Because these are private text messages.
throughout my life, I've had messages with my friends and we've fallen out and we've said things that aren't very nice to each other, but you would never really expect that to go any further than that.
I've heard 11 police officers turned up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's completely
Right.
ridiculous.
So
Yeah, I'd left me.
she will get more into this, but okay. So homegirl was attacked by a mutual friend and was somebody else said person to attack her. And let's just, we're just going to go there. Okay, guys. So she got angry at the girl, called her out and called her. Are you ready for it? A faggot. That's what she called her. A faggot. Now, because she called her that word, this girl decided to call the police and report her for it. For saying a word after she was brutally attacked. Okay, so now that you're up to speed with the horrible word that was said, let's carry on.
Front door open. I was waiting for my dad to come to the house. I was actually in the bath.
And 11
they
police
opened the
Naked
door
into the
themselves
and just came in.
and came in.
And you're in the bath?
Yeah.
And what do they say to you?
Well, I heard my name, which was one female out of the lot of them.
And 10 male officers?
Yeah. And then I heard my name and I thought, well, it might be my sister because it didn't sound like someone who was, because obviously I was upstairs in the bath. And then they just come up the stairs and they didn't give me any privacy or anything. Like I had
You
to.
were naked?
Yes.
Well,
How did that make you feel?
I'm going to assume
Disgusted.
that she was naked. She was in the bath. Like, who bathes clothed? That's not a thing. That does not happen. But just get the gravity of this. She said something to somebody in a text message, a private text message. And this bitch reports her to the police after she literally got her attacked and she had to go to a hospital. And 11 police officers showed up to her house for saying faggot in a private text message while she was in the bath, fully naked, because that's how people bathe. Barge right in there. Like, how disgusting. This girl was just attacked and now she's trying to have a bath after she gets home from the hospital, and 10 male police officers barge in while she's buck-ass naked to arrest her for saying a word. A word. Yeah. Okay.
I'm really upset. I was crying my eyes out.
And what did
No
they
shit,
say to
I
you?
would
What
have
did they
too.
say they were there for?
Well, I was just asking them, can they just leave the female officer and can they please go downstairs? As obviously I was upset and I had no clothes on, and he kind of wanted to watch me get changed, and I was very upset about that.
Perhaps.
In the end, they did send the males down the stairs, and the female officer sat with me. One, I was crying my eyes. I was really upset, and then I said, "Well, what are you even
Rightfully
here
so.
for?" Because I was shocked. I was in utter shock, and she said, "For malicious communications, hate crime, and malicious communications." And I said, "Well, what for?" And they said we'll discuss that when we get to basically to the police
So
station.
you go to the station, and then they outline that it's these messages you sent to this
Yeah.
friend that you've had this argument with, all connected to the fact that you yourself, as you say, have been assaulted. I'm not going to get into that so much as one of the more inflammatory things about this whole story, which Tucker Carlson picked up on, was in the course of these text messages, you use the F word. We've
There we
already
go.
said what that word is. He repeated it
Yeah,
many times.
Can't
I
say
choose
it.
not to say it.
Pierce.
You can do what you like.
I choose
but
not to say it.
that
Yeah, just to
word,
get arrested.
did you intend it in the messages to be a derogatory, homophobic slur?
Absolutely
Because
not.
that is the alleged crime, is that you were promoting hate
Most
towards
people
gay
who
people
say
by
that word
using
are
that
not
word.
saying it in a homophobic
First
way.
of all,
Just saying.
a lot of my friends are gay.
Mm.
I am not homophobic in any way, shape, or form. The word in question is a word that in our town where we live, we associate that word with somebody who, well, mainly males who hit females. Like, it's never a word for a sexuality. It's always a word where we live in our context, as in, like, basically a weak person. For instance, my brother's best friend got sent off the pitch in football last week because one of the guys fell over, and he called him that name, but it was just a joke. But he got sent off the pitch because, but in our context, like, it just means like.
And you
you're
got a
weak.
heavier. I mean, in the end, you pleaded guilty. First of all, why did you plead guilty?
My solicitor told me to.
Right. It was
And
just-
I've never been in trouble before, and I was really concerned about.
you had no criminal record
No.
because the malicious
Okay.
community.
Do we hear what's happening here? Okay. Not only am I going to reiterate, Homegirl was literally attacked, sent a private message to the person who, what do you call it? Put the attack in motion and called her word. She calls the police. The police show up, 11 police officers, because God forbid, I mean, guys, saying faggot is just so bad that you need 11 police officers to take you down. I don't know where these police officers are when people are getting graped or essayed out there. Where are those police officers? Those police officers could literally be used in those situations, which we will get more into momentarily. But they sent 11 because she is such a threat, such a hardened criminal that they had to send 11 police officers to take her down in a bath. And now you literally have Homegirl sitting here. Like, do you hear she's making excuses? Like, she's trying to, I don't know. Like, she shouldn't have to explain. Case in point, she shouldn't have to explain why she said the word. She was angry. She said the word. It's a bloody word. Like, and she's, well, in our community, we say it when it means like a weak man or this or that. And like, you shouldn't have to explain. It's a word. It's not like she is the one who attacked the person. And I'm sorry. Are we not even talking about the person who physically attacked her, that put her in a hospital? Where is this person? Where were the 11 police officers showing up at Homeboy's door, arresting him for assault? No. Because saying faggot is so much more worse than actually using physical harm on somebody. There was literally a story I had heard the other day And this is just going off the dome piece, so take it as you will. But a man or another guy had stabbed another guy because he said the N-word. And it was justified. It was justified. They're like, well, so-and-so called him the N-word, so made excuses. How is that an excuse? It's a word. You know, you fight fire with fire, right? So if one guy says a word or one girl says a word, you fight it back with another word. I feel using a weapon or then sending somebody to arrest them and 11 police officers a little excessive, don't you think? Like, are you that weak that you need 11 police officers to take a woman? I mean, she looks strong, but not strong enough to take on 10 men and one woman. A little excessive, just gonna say.
Communications offences, which is under which you were prosecuted, such as sending grossly offensive messages, can receive a hate crime sentence uplift if motivated by hostility towards a protected characteristic like race, religion, sexual orientation, or disability. So you got an uplifted sentence. They basically said you had committed a hate crime by using that F word.
Yeah.
The
Which,
person that
given
she
that you
messaged,
had
were they
no
gay?
intent to be homophobic with it,
Probably
for the
not.
reasons you've outlined, just seems preposterous.
Yeah.
In a private text message to somebody
Private.
I didn't even say
Private.
to the person.
who you
in
were
question.
angry with because you had been assaulted.
Yes.
I mean, has anything happened about the assault?
This was
When I was in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
the police were called by the doctors and nurses, and everyone in question were arrested at that given point.
okay.
Then I ended up getting arrested a week after that.
And what's happened with the?
No one ever came back to me to discuss that. No one wanted statements from me. They were just obviously more, it seemed like they
So
were
there's
more
been no
concerned.
prosecution.
No.
So the fact you're assaulted
Okay.
was deemed to be less serious.
So they were arrested. Yay. And that's where it ended. They got arrested, but they weren't actually charged with anything.
It would appear, than the fact you'd use this F word in communication, private communication with this
God,
woman you'd had
Pierce,
a
I would
falling out
love
with.
just to hear you say it.
What do you feel about that?
Say it.
Very, very disheartened and upset. It's destroyed my character as a person. I've been a care assistant since I was 17, and I want to be a nurse. I like helping people. I want to save people's lives. I have got a good character. As obviously, I'm still working in my post now. My managers haven't let me go for the reason being they know me as a person.
They
and
stood by you.
everyone's got my back in this.
Yeah, what
whole
reaction
thing.
have you had from the community?
Everyone's had me back, and everyone's been so supportive. I mean, I've not heard one bad word said about
It's
this
a good thing
whole.
your
That
community
everyone's
is
just
supportive, but
just as disgusted as I am.
clearly
How
your
far it's got.
I
government's
didn't
not.
even know it could be a crime
Neither
to,
did
in
I.
a private message,
Neither did I.
use.
Okay, well, in a private message, he's got me there. But obviously, you did know it was going to be a crime because you literally had Tucker Carlson try and call you out to say the word, which you refused to say. When are we going to stop allowing people to have such power over words? And when are we going to stop being so butthurt and so snowflakey like that literally someone calls you a name and you have to go cry about it to the police? Girl, like, grow up. Like, everybody in this society lately acts like a bunch of elementary school students. Grow up. Anyway, let's continue. This makes me mad.
language like that.
Neither did I.
What do you think it says about free speech in this country?
There is no free speech.
Well, it's not as heavy as it is in America, but I believe that.
Actually, it's better in America.
Yeah.
This would never have happened in America.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Their First Amendment protects your right to
Yeah,
be
you don't
offensive if you want
have
to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not,
Amendment.
you know,
You don't have free speech.
it's one
there.
thing if you came in and said, "Yeah, I said all these things," and
It's literally like Canadians calling that we have free speech in Canada. No, we don't. We absolutely do not have free speech here. We are literally on the same like path as the UK, where literally you say something that hurts someone's fifis, cops can be called, you can be arrested, you can be charged, you can be deplatformed, you can be canceled, you can be, your bank accounts can be frozen. Freedom Convoy, am I right? Come on. Yes, we all remember that in Canada. Like, there is no free speech, but the only place that actually has free speech is in America. That's it. And it makes me really angry, literally listening to Canadians or people in the United Kingdom saying that you have free speech. You do not have free speech. And it's been proven over and over and over again that that is not even a thing. It's not in our Canadian Charter of Rights. It's not there. So come on, people.
I stand by it, and I wanted to be homophobic. That's one thing. But you clearly, you had you were angry because of what had happened to you.
Mhm.
You were in a hospital getting treatment for injuries sustained in what you say was an attack. And I don't know, obviously, about that side of it, but I'll take your word
Was
for
an
it.
attack?
And then you have 11 police officers charging into your home as you're having a bath.
It was
Hard
very,
criminal
very
there.
frightening. I probably I've had nightmares and everything about it, and I've got cameras on my house and stuff. I keep them on and make sure the doors are always locked now, because it's not even the public that anyone needs to be scared of these days. It's the police.
Did you think you might go to prison
100%.
for this?
Yeah,
Did they warn you you might?
Yeah.
Really?
5 to 10 years.
That's what they said you may get.
5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years for saying, "Fike it." A bundle of sticks, if you will, which is in the actual dictionary term. By calling someone a bundle of sticks, 5 to 10 years in prison. But yet the people who actually, or the person who actually assaulted her, 0. That makes sense. I mean, honestly, I'm more hurt by words than I am when someone physically assaults me. No, that's right, because I'm not retarded. That's right. I just said the R word too. We're just going to throw it all over the place, guys, here. We're going to say it all today.
Yeah,
Because that's the maximum sentence you could have got.
for hate crime.
Again, I mean, what were you
Hate
feeling when
crime.
you heard that?
I hate
I was
crime.
devastated.
You've got kids.
I was devastated.
Your 4 kids you have.
Yes.
How old are they?
God, 4 kids. jeez.
15, 12, 9, and 3.
I mean, it would have been devastating.
Mhm. It was, and it still is now, to be honest.
Right. I mean, you end up, you're pretty guilty. You got a sentence to a 12-month community order with requirements you undertook 72 hours
Even
of
that
unpaid
is
work and
ridiculous.
10
She's still like
rehabilitation activity days. And you
still
were
more
ordered
than
to
her
pay
actual assaulter.
£364 in costs, about $500. So you didn't go to prison in the end, which must have been a great relief.
Yeah, of course.
When you look back on the whole thing, though, what do you feel about it?
I feel upset. The fact that I feel like I'm scared to even. I'm even scared to say the word now. That's why I'm saying the word in question, because
Well,
I
that was
don't
Tucker
know.
Carlson's point, and the reason he kept saying it. I've known Tucker a long time. He wasn't saying it to be homophobic. He was saying it to make
Obviously.
the point that he was in England and he didn't care about whether somebody was going to arrest him.
Mm.
He was suggesting that I didn't want to say it because I'm fearful of arrest. That wasn't the case. I don't like using that word
I
full stop.
think it is.
Because
I
gay
think
friends
it
of
is full
mine
stop.
say it's offensive to them, even though many of them use it. But it's the same argument as the N word for black people,
Mhm.
right? They use it amongst themselves to reclaim that word, as they put it, and I understand that argument. But if a white person uses it at them, it's obviously a disgusting, racist slur.
Yeah.
I think we all know
Obviously,
that. right?
Yes. 'cause
What's
that's
extraordinary about this is I was
exactly-
talking to my team. None of
Everybody
us
saying these
realised
things would
that
be
using this
taken or
particular
doing
word
it
that
for.
got you into so much
Mhm.
trouble in a text message could ever lead to a potential prison sentence in
Neither
this
did
country.
I. Neither did I.
How,
It was
Mary?
shocking, and I'm still shocked now, if I'm honest.
Yes, agreed. The police are
But
more concerned
obviously,
about
I
naughty
just believe
words
that
than the
we
actual
all need
assault.
to be careful
That
with.
photo, though.
Well,
what-
do we? So that's an interesting question about this. Do we need to be careful, or do we need to fight back a bit about this? Is
Fight
it right
back.
that you're sitting here too scared of saying that word, even in the context of talking about what happened to you, and not as a slur. You know, we live in a free democratic society.
Mm.
You should be able to say it in the context of what happened to you without fear of arrest,
Yeah.
it seems to me.
Mhm.
And yet I understand why you don't want to, because you were told you might go to prison for 5 to 10 years.
Not just that, obviously, it's not in my character. I did that after the assault, when I had a brain injury.
Stop making
and,
excuses.
like,
You
you
literally,
won't- you
okay,
don't-
you're saying because of the brain injury, because of this, because of that. Stop making excuses. You do not need to make excuses. This isn't the court of law here. Well, mind you, the public does seem to be kind of the court of law lately. Anyway, I digress. But stop making excuses. You literally had said earlier, you guys say it in regards to other things that has nothing to do with homophobia, which honestly, people in my circle do too. People in a lot of circles do. It's a word, and it has nothing to do with actual gay people or homophobia at all. It's literally just something you say as people are constantly bro, dude, bro. Like, do I look like a dude or a bro? No. But it's just a word people say, like, stop being so sensitive, people. And stop making excuses. Like, I had a head injury. I was this, I was that. Girl, you got assaulted and you were pissed. Like, just own it. Yeah, I was pissed and I got angry and I called this girl faggot because she literally sent somebody after me to assault me and beat me up and put me into a hospital. Okay, and like who on the other side is literally listening or hear somebody say a word and gets right away, takes it personally and gets offensive? Now, if she would have like sat there and instead of calling her a faggot, called her a fat bitch, am I going to sit there and all of a sudden go to the police and cry because it hurt my fifis? No. Like, come on, people. What is this? Even if she has some sort of rapid homophobia person, who cares? Well, that's very true. I mean, you do just freaking own it. But honestly, like, I don't think she did in the slightest. And she just said it because it's a freaking word. But regardless of the situation and why it was actually used, nobody should be jailed or arrested for something that's in a private text message, especially something. It's not like she was, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to end your life. I'm on my way. Da, 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 da. This is how I'm going to end you. Like, there was no threat on her life. She was called a name. It is so sad to me to see what England has become. When I was younger, like, I am part English. You're welcome for that little factoid that you did not need to know. But I always wanted to move to England when I was younger. That was my end game. Is that where I was going to spend the rest of my life, was in England? Now? Oh, hell no. Hell no. There's no way that I would go there. I don't even think I want to go there to visit. That place is going bloody mad. You can't, a private text message? It's not like she went online and was like literally sitting there calling people these names and inciting violence upon them. Nay. It was a private text message. If you can't even have a private text message and be safe, and especially, again, there was no sort of incitement. There was no violence. There was no nothing. And she gets arrested by 11 police officers in the bath. You know, honestly, she could be on the toilet. She could have been on the couch. It doesn't matter where she was. The fact that they sent 11 police officers, 10 males and 1 female, I'm sure she did really well, you know. But anyway, to arrest this woman for saying a word, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind. The statistics that they have in England right now with a lot of the crimes and stuff that are going on is just insanity. Okay, so we're pretty much done with this. Like this ends right away. So I think we get the point, right? Craziness. Guys, do better. Do better, please. Anyway, so when we're talking about this alleged free speech that they have, so just a little FYI, UK police made roughly 12,000 arrests for the year for offensive online communication. That's about 30 arrests per day. Based on the custody data compiled by the Times cited across reports in 2025. So they arrest 30 people a day, approximately 12,000 people a year for saying naughty words. For words. I can't even. So we're just gonna take a little, just gonna watch this little video here. And again, I normally do this in between Tyler talking. He's not here to talk right now. So bear with me for the sloppiness. But here's just a little thing Joe Rogan had to say about the whole thing. Or the UK crap.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing digital ID. on these
Motherfuckers.
people. And once they do digital ID, they're going to attach it to a social credit score.
Yep.
They're going to attach it to a carbon footprint
Yep.
score. And then they'll be able to control your movement and control you entirely. And most importantly, they've already arrested 12,000 people
I
for
saw
social
that.
media posts.
That's insane.
Above Russia was like 400 last year.
Above
The UK's
board.
12,000. There, any criticism of immigration, any criticism of grooming gangs and people being raped, any talk about how horrible this is, they come visit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, these motherfuckers.
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite songs, Moonlight Sonata. Oh, love it. Yeah, Russia had 400, and I'm going to assume, I don't know factually, but I'm going to assume the ones that were arrested in Russia were actual people potentially inciting violence or some really bad things that weren't just using naughty words or saying something that hurt someone's fifis. 12,000, 30 arrests a day. I mean, that is insanity. So when you think too about the other crime that goes on in the United Kingdom, when you're thinking of things like SA or grape, you know, those things. So the in the year, hold on, bear with me here. In the year ending in March 2025, specific finalized statistics solely for grape offenses in London entirely in the calendar year of 2024 haven't been published as of yet. It is normally published on the Office for National Statistics, so do your own research. I'm just an idiot, you know, telling you things that I read. You're welcome. Anyway, but what we do have is London SA offenses. Police have reported there was 26,803 SA offense recorded in London for the reporting year of 2024 to 2025. It's an increase from the previous year, so 2023 to 2024, which was 24.3 thousand. That's a good chunk. Yep. England and Wales grape offenses in September 2024 were around 35% of all SA offenses reported by the police of England and Wales. This equates to approximately 69.958 recorded offenses during that 12-month period. In 12 months, people, 69.9, just under 70,000 people reported being essayed or raped. This is just in England and Wales. Like, oh my God. So the police figures, the Metropolitan Police figures for 2023 highlighted over 8.8 thousand reported incidents that year on which is an average of 24 a day. The conviction rates, okay, so this is in 2024, which obviously significantly gone up from 2024 to 2025, as we just discussed. So the conviction rates nationally are very low. Proportion of recording grapes resulted in change of or charge or conviction. The year ending in March 2024, the proportional of grape offenses in England and Wales assigned charges or summons was 2.6, fewer than 3 out of 100 recorded in 2024 resulted in someone being charged that year. 3 out of 100. They weren't charged. Which, as we just see too, someone says the F word. They get arrested and charged and actually have to have a conviction and a sentence. Luckily, not the 5 to 10 years that they could have gotten, but they did get something. But the person who actually assaulted the person, nothing. There was literally a video I had seen of 2 immigrant men in London who were guiding a woman away, raped her, and they had literally just had asylum. They sought asylum in London a year prior. Showed up on a boat, sought asylum, and then they raped this woman. And the funny thing is, I don't really know if it's funny. I don't find it funny. I think it's disgusting. These guys, nothing happened to them. The judge did say that he took into consideration the amount of time of the incident. So because they got it done quick, you know, wash my hands of it. Thank you for being quick. England, what is happening? Like, it's so funny because here in Canada, you have the royal family who, for whatever reason, we still go to them about certain things, which I don't really understand. Like when we have our whole issue with our Indigenous peoples, you know, the Queen of England has said, no, you cannot cut them off. You cannot cut off my Native people or Indian, whatever she used. So we did not cut them off. We had to keep it going because apparently we're taking advice from them, but yet they can't even like control their own backyard. Like, where is the king now, I guess? Like, why is he not making any calls being like, this is some BS? Like, we're being overrun and all these crimes are happening. I don't like it. I'm going to step in. What are they doing? Clearly, they're not doing anything. The sad thing is that most survivors of SA don't report the crime to the police because the common reasons that they believe that the police can't help them or no one will believe them. So these are only statistics that have been reported. 24 a day, I'll say again. I can only imagine what the actual number is. I would not be surprised if it was double. I don't know, though. But there are a lot of people who don't report it. I think a huge chunk of them don't, which is unfortunate. So, oh my God. So it says here that for SA offenses combined, including penetration, I think I can say that word, and grape, the reports made on average every 26.5 minutes. This equates to approximately 54 reports of SV or grape per day. And this is in London. Who wants to go to London? I know I used to. I don't anymore. No, thank you. No, thank you. When you look up the population growth, just out of curiosity, because obviously these numbers have increased significantly through the years, London's population growth has historically been driven by international migration. The foreign-born population increased by over 1/3 between 2011 to 2022. So 1/3 of the population are immigrants. And from what I hear, they're the England-born people are, you know, the minority there now, which is, it's sad. England, do better, please. I don't know, the king, what do you do? Can you please do something? I don't know. Fix your shit. That'd be great. But thank you to everybody who is watching right now. I see you. I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below and feed the plant.
Feed me Seymour. Feed me all night long.
Okay. So let's come back across the pond and jump across the border, shall we? So let's get into America. Candace Owens. Does anybody else notice that bitch be going crazy? But like legit, I know she was a little weird before, but she is unhinged now. I don't get it. Hold on. So with the, if you follow Candace Owens or have heard anything about her, you know that she has been blaming a lot of people for Charlie Kirk's death. Let's take a little look at her. Look at her list here, shall we? Oh, that's, hold on, is that better? Oh, that's a bit better. Sure, let's go with this, guys. So Sarah Fields had reported that according to Candace Owens, this is who's to blame for the assassination of Charlie Kirk based on her own public statements on X and on her podcast. This person's kept track. And we thank you for that. Thank you. So, one, the French government, including Emmanuel Macron and Brigitte Macron. So, before we continue, so with the whole Brigitte Macron thing, so her theory behind this is because, well, she had made false statements, and this has been a conspiracy theory, an unsubstantiated conspiracy theory that's been going around about how Brigitte Macron is actually a male. She's a man, baby. That's what people are claiming. Unsubstantiated conspiracy theory is what it's reported to right now. Honestly, I don't really care. I don't know why people are spending that much time on this, but so in the US, the Macrons filed, again, I can't read, sorry, filed a defamation lawsuit in July 2025, just this year, guys. I'm pretty sure we all know what year we're in, against right-wing influencer Candace Owens, who has repeatedly amplified the claims that the Macron's lawyer stated that they are prepared to present photographic and scientific evidence in court to prove the claims are false of Brigitte Macron being a transgender. This is really sad that this part is even in there. Photographic and scientific evidence. What did they do? Say Bridget spread them? Like, I mean, I the fact that that even has to be a thing is insane. Brigitte Macron's daughter has testified that the constant attacks have caused the deterioration of her mother's health and forced her to change aspects of her appearance and clothing, which is really sad. Like, people and Candace, y'all, like, go touch grass or something. Like, you need to find something better to do. You're literally going at the government in France and claiming that the guy has the, I guess, some weird kink thing and is married to a transgender. Who cares? Like, even if that were true, I don't believe it is true, but even if it were true, who cares? I thought we were all in the day and age of acceptance and inclusion, and everything is great if you're on that side of the rainbow. You know what I mean? So who really cares? Honestly, I don't care what somebody does in the privacy of their own bedroom and their own home, as long as it's between 2 consenting adults, 3 consenting adults, whatever. As long as they're consenting adults, I really don't give a shit. So who cares? Like, why are you spending time on this? And it's really sad that literally she spent that much time on it, that she had a defamation lawsuit filed upon her. And apparently I had heard her when she was on Russell Brand or whatever. Or was that on Russell Brand? Whatever. Anyway, like, she literally got a phone call from the president. Like, this was a big thing. Just insane. Like, get a life, Candace. Please. Just get a life. Do better. Do better. Anyway, let's get back to this list, shall we? So, other people that she has claimed are behind the assassination of Charlie Kirk. French Foreign Legion, the 13th Barrage. Oh my God, I can't say this word. Gendarmerie, I don't even know. Intervention Group, GIGN. Israel Operatives. Benjamin, I suck at names. We'll just go that. Jewish Donors. U.S. Government, Feds, FBI. Deep State, CIA, Turning Point USA, executives in leadership, including Tyler Boyer and Andrew Colvett, Erica Kirk, yes, his wife, Blake Neff, Pastor Rob McCoy, Josh Hammer, Pierce DuPont, and the DuPont family, Stacey Sheridan, Freemasons, the broader French interests, BBNet, and Yahoo with Israel connections. Egyptian operatives, example, planes and joint exercises. Oh God, I can't say that word. Bolsheviks, anti-Christian forces, maroon-shirted individuals, suspects, operatives, or military. TPUSA, associated influencers, example, Alex Clark. I mean, this is a really big list of people she thinks killed Charlie Kirk. Like, girl. The funny thing is, even with that, there's other people that she has pointed at. Tim Pool, apparently she had literally, even on her thumbnail, had said, like, who benefits the most out of Charlie Kirk's death, and had a picture of Tim Pool on there. Girl. Other things that Candace Owens has apparently talked about Tim Pool with. Let's should take a listen to this one. So this is on Tim Pool today, I believe, actually. But let's see what other crazy shit Candace says, shall we?
We got her out of jail.
Let's I got to do it, guys. We got to jump to the next story because welcome to the drama. Welcome to the Candace show. So Candace Owens has claimed that I survived a shooting committed by my own brother. That's what she posted. And she's doing this because she knows she's intentionally misrepresenting the actual story, and she is lying because this is what she does. So let me just, here's a tweet from her. The shooting Tim Pool survived in December 2022 was committed by his brother, by the way. His brother was the one who fired the weapon on his property. He cannot deny this fact. I will tell you unequivocally right now, there was no shooting that I ever claimed to have survived where my brother fired a weapon. There is no circumstance where in any capacity, my own brother tried to murder me or cause great bodily harm to me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll be careful because we're brothers and we fought when we were kids.
But brothers don't.
But my brother has never tried to end my life or hurt me in any way, in any serious way. He punched me in the arm once, but come on. Candace is doing this
God.
because
excessive.
she is an insane person who lies. So I want to make sure I can say this very, very clearly. The shooting, she put it in quotes, okay? I never claimed there was a shooting in December of 2022. A shooting as if to imply someone came here to shoot. I never claimed I survived a shooting in December 2022. What actually happened? In December of 2022, I posted on X at our property where we were not present, intruders broke in and a staffer opened fire on these people. I never used the word survived, nor did I claim that my life was in danger or that there was a shooting. She is intentionally misrepresenting a tweet I made, which has resulted in people saying things like this. One of her followers, she didn't say he tried to shoot you. She said it was your brother who had run off from security after breaking into your place. If it wasn't Chris and he wasn't involved, just state that as a fact. Why twist what she said? Okay.
Oh my God.
My brother Chris never had to break onto the property. You know why? Because he has a key. We ask him to be here sometimes. There's no breaking in. In fact, he can tell the security to leave if he wants to, although I wouldn't recommend it. My brother is actually a manager at the company who does work here. This is an insane fabrication, an absolutely insane story. They've started posting photos of my brother, who's not a public figure. This is how insane it is right now with what Candace is doing. And the crazy thing to me is, well, you know what? I'm not going to say it's crazy. I was having a conversation with a prominent conservative personality. It'll be up to them to say if they want to, I was on the phone with them. They can mention it on their show if they want to talk about this, because I don't want to go into greater detail, but they were just saying she's burning out. I mean, it's one thing to talk about the Macrons in a way that can never be proven. Like Bridget Macron is a man. What's Bridget Macron going to do? Like drop trow on camera? Never going to happen.
I don't know. They got physical
But she's gotten to the
evidence,
point where to
photographic.
one up her narrative every day, it has to become increasingly crazier. So today it's the
Facts.
U.S. military was involved. Like sooner or later, so the joke we made 10 minutes ago, sooner or later, it's going to go back to like Charlie Kirk traveled from the future to end his own, like some ridiculous, insane narrative. Literally now,
Would not
because
surprise me.
I criticized her and she took issue with it and then made up lies about me. She has tweeted, she put these in quotes. I want to make sure this is very clear to everybody. The shooting, in quotes, I guess technically you can call it a shooting fine, even though I reported intruders came in and a staff member opened fire on them, that I, quote, survived. I never said that word. I never said it in this context. That is not a real quote. And if you want to make the argument that she's using air quotes as it's meant to represent air quotes, it would imply that I'm dead. So I'm not dead. So survived in quotes makes no sense. I never said that word, never used it in reference to this. In December 22 was committed by my brother. She is outright saying there was a shooting that I claimed, I quote, survived, that my brother committed. This is psychotic. It is beyond defamation. It is absolutely unhinged and vile and evil to claim my own brother would do anything like this. And it's absolutely, absolutely false.
Okay. So I think we get the point there. Candace is going bloody mad. Like literally to make accusations like that, like, and she's saying Tim Pool's brother tried to kill him. I mean, I don't know. I feel like anybody who actually cares about Candace, I think she is married, right? And allegedly a Christian. I don't know. A lot of the shit she's doing doesn't seem very Christian, blaming people for Charlie Kirk's death the way that she is, and like his wife. Girl. I mean, but I think anybody out there who actually cares about Candace Owens, make her get help. She needs help. I feel like this is a major SOS, and she's just gonna, like, I don't know, snap one day. As Tim Pool said, one day she's gonna come out and just say like he came from the future and killed himself. Oh my god, because he was in love with another woman and didn't want to be with Erica anymore. I don't know, some crazy shit like that. But I don't know. This girl needs help. She really does. Otherwise, I got nothing else for you. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. The week is half over, which is fantastic. I'm going to hope everyone's has their Christmas stuff all set up. Maybe done all your Christmas shopping. Starting to wrap it. That's what I was doing before this. Very exciting. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody who took the time of your day to come sit with me and listen to the craziness going on in the world today. As per usual, we don't disappoint. There's too much for us to keep up with. And I got to say, as Candace Owens keeps going and the shit going on in the UK, we could do this forever. Ever. But don't forget to hit the little subscribe button down below. I appreciate and love all of you. And we are live every Monday and Wednesday at approximately 8 p.m. Central Time, anywhere between 8 and 9. And every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. You can check us out. And you can also check us out in all the places listed in the description box below. Anything I did talk about today is also listed there, so you can do your own research, form your own opinions. I'm just some dumb blonde girl who's just telling you what I made of all that shit that I read. Yeah, you're welcome. Anyway, have a fantastic day. And me and Tyler will see you again on Saturday. I'm out.